Hi, today I'm going to give you a walkthrough through my Canvas course. This is my completed course that families will hopefully interact with in the next week or so. You'll notice I'm in student view and they can only view home and announcements. And I've done that very intentionally. I want my Canvas site to feel more like a website than a interactive site, much like their classrooms, because I know they're going to be overwhelmed with a new learning system because we're all using Canvas for the first time. So I want them to just be able to use my site like a website, and especially for our non-readers or parents in a hurry, I just wanted it to be simple and easy to navigate. So this is the home page that they'll see. You can kind of see that I have a bunch of stuff here, but the first thing that they see if they're late for speech, if they're trying to get to speech, will be this Bitmojis. Click here for speech. So if they click that, it will link to my interactive Google slide that has all of my Zoom links. I'm assigning each student an animal, each student group an animal. This is for my preschool classroom. I don't have only 12 speech groups. Right now they're not linked. I've actually made asterisks for me personally in all of the slides that are all the pages that aren't linked yet so that I know to go back and do them. But eventually the goal is that they'll be able to click on this cat here. Zoom will pop right up and that will get them there fast and easy. So if we go back home, if they're exploring, another thing they're going to see first are my to-dos. So these are my announcements. And I think I'm going to use my announcements kind of as frequently asked questions or how to do stuff on my site. So if we go to announcements, you'll see I have two up right now. I have how to navigate this Canvas page, which will lead to a video of a parent family-friendly version of this overview. And then how do I find my speech goals and speech Zoom link, which I'll show you what I've done for students later. So those will be easily able to find. Then if you return back here, I have a couple of different buttons that they can click. So for if they want to know more about me, this links to an interactive Bitmoji slide where they can click through and see different things about me. If we return home, I have a contact page for them to email and call me. Clicking on either of these Bitmojis will lead them to that information. And again, this is an interactive slide that I've embedded. If we go to monthly newsletter, I've uploaded a picture of our typical newsletter that links them there. If we go to home practice, it leads them to 4 different buttons. So I'll show you later, but the students all know that their goals are coded as one of these kinds of goals. So for example, for our language goals, we'll click that and then we'll lead to a PDF that I've embedded from my Google slide or Google Drive. So this is nice because they can open it in a new screen. They can download it, they can star it and save it. It's a lot more functional than uploading a picture. So back to our home. I also have themed classrooms that I'm going to have them interact with. So I have back to school theme right now. This I got from another user on Facebook and kind of added my Bitmoji so they can go to the language page and it leads them to this interactive classroom. This will kind of be optional, like if parents want more home practice or something more to do. So for example, they could click the story button, click there was an old lady who swallowed a book, or some books, then it'll take them to this page. Go ahead and play it, which I like this because it's good for our non-readers. There's a bunch of links out there for people who are reading books. And then they can navigate home, they can go to following directions, all those kinds of things. Back to the home page, we have end of the week check-in. This is another optional thing for my families to just kind of let me know how things are going. I think of it as like my hallway time. I'm often in the hallway before and after school to say hi to kids, to say hi to parents. So this is kind of substituting that time. For my older students, I have a student portion and a family portion that they'll both need to fill out. For my preschool students, I have a family only section. This is a Google form that is embedded into Canvas. So they can just hit submit, fill it out all in here, and easy peasy. And now I'm going to show you how my kids will know where to find their speech goals. So I currently don't have any students in my course right now. They haven't been added, but what I do have are some coworkers who are willing to be volunteers. So I sign them up as students, which is why I'll leave student view. I sign them up as students in my course. So an email that I sent to my friend Ami, I included a link to a page. So this is a page I've created, but the students cannot access pages on their own. They can't access like the whole list of pages. They can only get to a page if it has a link. So through one of my buttons, like a website, or if I send them this link in particular. So when our students will click on this link, they'll go to a page. It'll be titled their name, speech goals, and they'll all kind of look like this. This is another interactive slide. When I click on goals, it'll show them which of their goals that they're working on and also what they're coded as. So language, artic, that helps with the home practice or the classrooms if they want to explore more. Another thing that I have on this page are their Zoom links. So you'll see that Ami here has speech twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, and has her two little animals. So what I'm going to recommend to families is they actually bookmark this page. Label it speech, and then it's there in their child's browser, and that's an easy peasy, oh my gosh, it's 12:59 and we have a 1 o'clock session, where's your Zoom link? So I'm not going to do that, I'm going to remove that. But here's what happens when they click on the link. So if we're clicking on our Monday 9:30, it'll launch our Zoom meeting. I'll say open Zoom meetings. And see, this is what students will see when they click to the meeting. So before I start the meeting, it'll say, this meeting is Monday from 9:30 to 10. I titled my Zoom meetings this in order to make sure that kids knew, oh, okay, I signed up. Why isn't she letting me in? Why isn't she letting me in? Oh, this is a Monday at 9:30 meeting. I'm supposed to be in the Monday at 10:30 meeting, that kind of thing. So I intentionally made sure to label all my links like that. Leave that meeting. And so this is what I'm hoping students will use the most, that families will use the most. They'll bookmark this bar, and that this is their go-to for everything. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to be setting up tutorials for all of the things I mentioned, like how to embed Google Forms, how to embed Google Slides, those kinds of things. If you enjoyed it, consider buying me a coffee.